it's Allie, and welcome to the second third of my in-depth bookshelf tour number 14. Like I said in the last one, it's going to be 3 parts, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, the first one of the second half, I don't want to go through these, is this one. The next ones in this video and in my next third are going to be the, Reader's Digest books. This one has 5 in it, and I don't want to go through all this, but I guess I will. Just for you guys. The first one is called The Distant Summer by Sarah Patterson. I didn't tell you in the last one, I didn't tell you the authors of the Golden Books. I don't even know if it told me. Yeah, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you any of that. Okay. It was the summer of 1943. In Europe, World War II was raging, but to 16-year-old Kate Hamilton, growing up in a quiet English village, the terrible struggle seemed remote. Then Kate met 2 young men from a nearby airbase, Johnny Stewart, an RAF rear gunner, and his friend Richie, an American Air Force captain. This sounds oddly familiar. Anyways, they were talented, they were fun, and every time they set off on their long, dangerous bombing missions, they knew they might not come back. Suddenly, for Kate, the war became very, very real, and just as suddenly, she realized she was in love. Oh dear! With a deft hand, this brilliant first novelist weaves a nostalgic. I'm not gonna read that. Okay, you guys are just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to get over it. Oh God, this is not the way to get people to like me. But maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. The next one is called The Olmec Head. Okay. Deep in the Mexican jungle, a stunning archaeological find, a pre-Columbian Olmec head sculpted from solid basalt. And in Houston, an art dealer with a customer ready to pay $500,000 for it, no questions asked. But Mexican law prohibits the export of national treasures. The 18-ton head must be smuggled out, hauled nearly 1,000 miles to the U.S. border. Well, good luck with that one. Just good luck. I'm not going to read anymore because that's pretty much, that's all you need. The next one, I don't know. Ooh, did I tell you what that one was? Who that was by? I don't think I did. It is by David Westheimer. Yeah, David Westheimer. The next one is called The Matthew Tree by H.T. Wright. Ooh. Although The Matthew Tree reads like a novel, its story is all too true. H.T. Wright was married and the mother of grown children with her father Matthew, when her father Matthew suffered the first in a series of debilitating strokes. Oh no. For the next 7 years, the family undertook a spirited day-to-day effort to fortify him, while they also confronted the tremendous adjustments, both physical and emotional, that his long illness required. Okay. She pretty much just takes care of her father, her aged father. Not aged, maybe. Well, he would be aged, but her sick father. The next one is The Splendid Torment by Margaret Culkin Banning. Jane and Baird Fleming understood that Jefferson's hard-won knowledge... Oh God, guys, I can't even talk properly. Maybe it's just because I don't really want to go through all this. But okay, let's try this one more time. Jane and Baird Fleming understood what Jefferson's hard-won... Oh God. Guys... One more time, I promise. Jane and Baird Fleming understood what Jefferson's hard-won knowledge meant. On the fringes of political catastrophe, their friends dishonored, one dead, there was no escaping the torment of the national ordeal. Baird had tried by retreating to what he thought would be the safety of corporate life, only to be met there with the same cynicism that had tarnished the ideals of America's founding fathers. Oh, God. I feel like if I pause too much, I'll end up yawning, like I did in my toward the end of my last one. And that's just going to make this go much, slower. And if I just read as quickly as I can while still being kind of coherent, then it'll go a lot faster because I won't have to yawn. The next one is called Harry's Game and is by Gerald Seymour. And the There are some words before the, okay, let's just do this. Assassin or victim, loyalist or traitor, guilty or innocent. They're all pawns in Harry's game. So yeah, there's that. I'm not going to tell you anything else because that's some guy named Harry is, you know, playing a game with people, and there's probably going to be manipulation and all that good stuff. Is that the last one? Is that the last one? Yes! That is the last one of this one. I'm really happy about it being the last one because that means that I can just go on to the next one. The next one looks like this. I don't know. This one has 5 as well. What I'm hoping is one or more of these will have a few books that I've already read through, so I don't have to read through a million. The first one is called Hall of Mirrors by John Rowan Wilson. A great man was dead. Had England's most honored physician committed a fatal blunder? Oh man, that can't be good. Oh, that's so long. That can't be good though. Haha. Physicians. Making mistakes. The next one is called Avalon, but let me get to the title page. It's called Avalon anyway. By Anya Seton. Seton. Just thought I'd pronunciate. 1,000 years ago, great Viking longships terrorized the English coast and plied the Atlantic to Iceland, Greenland, and beyond. In England, too, it was a time of searching and of bitter conflict. From Provence to the court of his cousin King Edgar came Rumen, a young and handsome prince, bringing with him from Cornwall a gentle girl named Merywyn, whose dying mother had placed her in his care. Oh dear. That can't end well for any of them. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not really, but I am because I should be going through these more. But I really want to go eat. Okay, so how this works is basically I am home alone for a good while, and I don't really start making videos until it's like noon, which probably should start before that, but I don't want to. And which means I normally eat at like 1:30, just because that's how I do it. Just, you know, keeping some kind of pattern in my life. Which means I don't have a long time making a video. Sorry guys, I don't have a long time making a video. So as it goes on, which I should start earlier, or I don't know, but I just, as it goes on, I like, you know, brush through a few things, and it's just, you know, yeah, that happens. But when these books have 5 stories in them, I don't want to, and they're all like that long. The things, I don't want to read them. So I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, The Children of Hope is the next one. It is by Ellis. Oh no, it's not. It's by Elsie E. Vigneck. I don't know, Vigneck. That's what I'm gonna call her. Love them, do not pity them. Elsie Vignet was told when she volunteered her services at the New York Foundling Hospital, so it's just about her. Okay, at first it seemed difficult advice, for the stories of the city's unwanted children were pitiful indeed, nor was every child easy to love. So, okay, yeah, it's about that. It's about her and her services at the New York Foundling Hospital and with children and all that good stuff, which sounds sad. The next, ooh, I have to show you this because I like this. The next one is called Congo Kotabu, by Jean-Pierre Hallett, and it looks like that. Isn't that cool? There's a line. I don't know, can you see that? I don't know how well you can see that. I just walked out of frame to see if you can see what I'm trying to show you, but you can't, I don't think. But maybe you can, so there's that. Let's see. Drama is the keynote of Jean-Pierre Hallett's enthralling Kitabu Swahili for book. Oh, I see. So it's called Congo Book. That's cool. Okay. About 10 years in government administration in the former Belgian Congo. 6'5" and powerfully built, Hallett stopped at nothing to protect the people in his care and to reach the hidden mind and soul of Africans. So he was in Africa. Okay, so this is another about the person book. And he was in the Congo trying to protect the people in the Congo. The next one is called Power Play by the Gordons. That's all it says. It was a desperate game. Sorry, I'm distracted. It was a desperate game without rules, and the incredible prize was underworld control of the FBI. Oh god, that can't end well. Ooh, did you hear that? My phone just ringed. Ringed? My phone just rung. I don't know how. I don't know. My phone just went off. And that's the last one of this one. I'm gonna check my phone. Yeah. This is going well, I think. I don't know. There are two books, like two Reader's Digest books. This won't go back in its place. What the hell? Left in this third, because there are 8 digest books on this bookshelf. Can you even see me? And so I'm going to do 4 and 4, just because I want to. I don't know. Sorry, so many things are happening on my phone. Facebook is doing things because I commented on a picture that someone drew, and now everyone who comments on it, it tells me, it comes up and says such and such commented on such and such's picture, and yay. And then my sister is texting me, and it's just a bunch of stuff. The next one is this one. It's also got 5. No, it's got 6. Gross. Okay. Oh, I need to, like, be better at this. You'd think by 14... Aw. There's a dude. You'd think by, what, 14, 13 and ish videos of doing this, I would be better at this, but I'm not, because there are 6 stories in this that I have to read about, which is, ugh. Okay, the first one is called Outpost of Freedom. It is by Captain Roger H.C. Donlin, as told to Warren Rogers. So it's just about, I guess it's about Captain such and somebody. Captain Roger H.C. Donald, he was in Vietnam. He was a Green Beret. He talked to this other guy, I guess. Roger Don, no. He didn't talk to Roger Donlin, because that's him. Pickett, the U.S. Special Forces Captain Roger H.C. Donald of Saugerties, New York, went on to win in Vietnam the first Medal of Honor awarded since Korea. So yeah, there's that. The next one is called The Double Image, and it is by Helen Mackins, something. Macines, that's what it is. John Craig had carefully planned his trip to Europe and the Mediterranean, for he hoped to combine a lighthearted vacation with research for a scholarly book, which probably isn't going to end well. He was enjoying April in Paris when a chance meeting with one of his former professors and with a disturbingly lovely girl in trouble drastically altered his life. So that can't end well. Let me just scratch my knee here. Okay. I would edit that out, but I can't be bothered. The next one is called The Yearning, and is by Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings. I'm going to get my hair out of the book. Okay. 12-year-old Jody Baxter lived with his stern but loving mother and his gentle, devoted father in the bear and panther-infested Florida scrub of the 1870s. It was lonely land, and Jody, too, was lonely until, in an orphaned fawn, he found the companionship he dreamed of. Jody has already begun to learn that life can challenge even the best loved and protected, but it was through the fawn that tragedy took him into the acceptance of manhood. Did I say it was called The Yearning? I may have, but it's called The Yearling. I may have said it was called The Yearning, but I can't be sure. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, but anyway. The next one's called The Century of the Detective by Jürgen Thorwald. Yeah, Jürgen, that's what I'm going to call him. Jürgen. The modern science of crime detection is barely 100 years old. As Jürgen Thorwald relates its fascinating history, he gives us not only the dramatic crimes which were milestones in this great era in criminology, but the story of the wildly different personalities, from the eccentric Frenchman, Alphonse Bertillon? I don't know. To the independent-minded J. Edgar Hoover, who who pioneered an unknown world. So that's cool. It's about the history of science. I like science. The next one, is this the last one? No, there's one more after this. Okay. The Way of the Eagle is the next one. It's called, it's by Dan Mannix. Soaring through the air on 6-foot wings or valiantly defending his family, the American bald eagle is a wondrous symbol of freedom and power. It's an amazing bird. Amazing bird. This highly informative book reveals many of his lesser-known attributes: his playfulness, his fierce loyalty, his capacity for rage, his remarkable hunting skills, his fantastic eyesight and memory. Dan Mannix writes with the authority and feeling of a dedicated naturalist who has kept an eagle for 25 years, studying it throughout the seasons and recording its sometimes dramatic, sometimes amusing, and always fascinating ways. Bald eagles are amazing birds, just for anyone who doesn't know. They're one of my favorite birds of prey. The next book is So This Is What Happened to Charlie Moe by Douglas Wallop. When pro football star Charlie Moe Steele disappeared without a trace, the sports world was aghast, for Charlie Moe was the flashiest thing out of the South since Stonewall Jackson. So it's just, it's about the guy who disappeared. I didn't know he disappeared, but maybe that's because this was a long time before I was born. There's that. And the next book that I'm going to show you is the last one on this bookshelf, and indeed the last one. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone because I need to reply to that text message, but I don't want to. It looks like this. Actually, I'm going to. Hold on a minute. Let me just reply here. I could just edit this out, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to finish this text. I'm sorry if this is boring to you, but I'm just gonna keep you watching. But this is what the book looks like. This has 5 in it, none of which I've read so far. So that's good, because before, there were a couple before now that I skipped over because I'd already read them in pretty close proximity to the other ones, but yeah. So I'm sorry if that was boring to you to watch me text, but you're just gonna have to get over it. The first book in this one is Where Are the Children by Mary Higgins Clark. Was it kidnapping, murder, or something far worse? That's what that looks like. You can't see that. I don't know why I'm showing. Maybe you can, and I'm just being silly. But the next one is called Earth Sound, and it is by Arthur Herzog, and it is a man's solitary struggle against impending disaster. That can't be good. That can't end well. The next one is called The Eagle Has Landed, and it is by Jack Higgins. And it is about an English graveyard yielding a long-buried secret of World War II. So, yeah, there's that. The next one is called Daylight Must Come. It is by Alan Burgess. In a nightmare of revolution, a woman doctor's faith is tested. Oh dear, guys. Where's the next one? There we are. Is this the last one? Okay. The last book in this book, which is indeed the last book on this part of the bookshelf tour, is The Wind of Morning by James Vance Marshall, and it is about Magellan's historic voyage around the world as seen through the eyes of a young cabin boy. So there is that, and that's it. Let me just put this away, and then I can actually properly talk to you. That's the last book in this third. Alright guys, that was the second third of the 14th shelf of the In-Depth Bookshelf Tour. I hope you enjoyed it. and I will see you in the next third. Bye!
Oh, I'm a gummy bear.